Hi folks, Peter and Tyler here from Midwest Industries. And what we've got for you here is a little bit of information on our AK Alpha series, and specifically here on the Krink version of that.
Yeah, we wanted to give you guys kind of a little bit of an insight of where our Alpha series came from and how it's kind of evolved now into the Krink system as well. So this all started, man, about 3 years ago, I would say. I mean, realistically, it started probably 10 years ago, but we just didn't have the time and effort to put into it until the last few years. But our Alpha series really, we set out some big goals for what we wanted to accomplish. We wanted to have a handguard system that was very modular, that you would basically be able to use different pieces, have more features than anything we've ever done before. And then the real goal was to have a railed top cover that was very repeatable for zero, very rock solid, and worked on a wide range of AKs that are out there.
And that's really, that was huge. Like when we went to the range, not exaggerating, we tested this on like 40 guns. I mean, we were on the range, you know, shooting, making corrections, finding things. We had the whole team involved. I mean, the engineers were on the range with us. Heck, we had the owner on the range with us. We had everybody. It was a big project, and and like Tyler said, it was really important that this was going to be really good right out of the box, top tier, return to zero, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we used a variety of different ammunitions, obviously all the different guns, the different patterns out there. It's to find something that fits most platforms, like we always advertise. It was tricky to do, but it's been well received thus far by you guys, so we've appreciated it every bit of the way. But that's definitely evolved now. Now we have a new platform. You know, a play off of the Alpha series. It's the Krink platform, which is pretty cool. So we've been seeing these become very, very popular over the last couple of years, definitely the last year or so, with PSA. Other Krinks. Yep.
So we started with just basically wanting it to fit the Bulgarian Krinks, and that's kind of like how the PSA guns fit. So this would not fit your Yugo Krinks, just so that that's clear. But we wanted to make sure that we took all the features out of the AK Alpha series for the AKM pattern guns and move it into the Krink. So I mean, the handguards are available on both platforms for M-LOK as well as the quad rail, like you see on this one. And we wanted to be able to fit a heat shield, even in the Krink off one here.
Yeah, the heat shield's been great on both models so far. It's a great little feature. It's hard to fit in there, but we were able to achieve it. It's something that wasn't really super popular as of recent, you know, in handguard designs of different platforms. But we really saw a use case for it, so glad we have that in there. Like Pete mentioned, we got a quad rail, we got M-LOK versions of the handguard. We also have M-LOK slots on the top of the handguard, so you don't need to run our top cover system if you don't want to. You can also just run the handguard. You have your M-LOK or Picatinny rail all the way around, and then you got these extra M-LOK slots that are on the top here, so you can run, you know, a Surefire on a beam mount out front, or whatever you may want. You have an extra, basically, piece of real estate up there.
Yep, you definitely have options. As we move back on it, it was really important to us. So these struts right here are super rigid, and that's where our return to zero comes from. So they're actually steel struts back there that's giving it that rigidity. And that flows into our steel rear sight that we also have on here.
Yeah, so for the Krink system, we have an incorporated steel rear sight. That's one thing that most other systems don't offer on the market, and we just wanted to make sure that if you didn't want to run an optic, or if your optic failed and you had to rip it off for whatever reason, you do have your backup sight still. So we incorporated that rear sight, which also incorporates the adjustability of our top cover.
Yeah.
That was a huge feature in our normal Alpha series.
That adjustability he's talking about is what gives us that, in our patent pending button, give us that super mechanical advantage as far as locking in. So there's no play vertically or horizontally on this. I mean, when we say return to zero, we mean it, and we tested it over and over. So
yeah, and that plays from the Alpha series over to this same button, same basically mechanism. That's mechanical force that's going back here, up, down, sideways, every which way, to keep that cover as tight as possible. So this has been received pretty well thus far. It's been great to get these on market finally. Definitely available everywhere, which is fantastic.
Yeah, you can ask your local shop to bring one in for you if you don't see it there. Otherwise, all the major online dealers and things like that. So,
Yeah, all the e-coms cover them and all that jazz. So,
or obviously direct from us on MidwestIndustriesInc.com as well.
yep, yeah, exactly. If you got any questions though, anything on this system before you purchase it, if you got a gun, you're curious about it, or you buy one and you have questions putting it together or whatever, feel free to reach out. You know, that's something that we want to get all this information over to you guys and support you guys as much as possible. So feel free to reach out. We're happy to help you out.
Yeah, and also don't forget, you can always leave stuff in the comments on this video. We do check that and we do respond whenever we can. So
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thanks guys for coming along on this one. We're going to be doing videos more in depth like this on other product series. So feel free to drop it in the comments if there's something that you really want to learn about that we currently make, or otherwise just stay tuned on all our socials and our YouTube for more information.
Yep. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching.